Hey everyone, have you ever tried to talk about something you were doing in Korean? You know, like saying I was studying or it was raining. Well, today we're gonna nail that down. Welcome to our explainer on the Korean past progressive. So let's just jump right in with a little question. How would you say I was studying in Korean? Don't worry if you're not sure. By the end of this, you'll be saying it and a whole lot more like it's second nature. You know, the easiest way to learn new grammar is to connect it to something you already know. So we're going to start with the present progressive, 있었어요, which you might already be familiar with. You're about to see how one tiny tweak turns the present into the past. Okay, check this out. It's so cool how simple this is. On the left, we've got 있었어요. That's your am, is, or are doing. And on the right, our new friend, 있었어요, which means was or were doing. See that? It's just a small change at the very end that shifts the whole thing into the past. It's really that simple. All right, let's get into the heart of it, the 있었어요 pattern. Now we're going to break down exactly how you build this and stick it onto verbs so you can start using it like right now. So here's the key idea. 있었어요 is basically the Korean way of saying was or were plus a verb ending in ing. You use it when you're talking about an action that was ongoing or something that was happening in the background when something else happened. And this table just lays it all out so nicely. The rule couldn't be easier. You just find the verb stem, that's the part of the verb before the da, and you add the pattern. So for a positive statement, 공부하다 becomes 공부하고 있었어요. To make it negative, you just pop in 지 않았어요. And to ask a question, it's the exact same form. You just raise the tone of your voice at the end. I love how consistent that is. Okay, theory is one thing, but hearing it in real sentences is what makes it click. Let's get to our examples. I'm going to say each sentence in Korean 3 times, nice and slow. Really listen, and if you can, try to say it after me. All right, here is our first sentence. This one uses the verb 공부하다, to study. Listen closely. 어제 공부하고 있었어요. Let's hear it again. 어제 공부하고 있었어요. And one last time. 어제 공부하고 있었어요. So, what does it mean? I was studying yesterday. It's a perfect, simple example of describing an action that was going on during a general time in the past. Okay, next up. This one's a little longer, and it shows how you can connect 2 different actions. Listen for it. 전화했을 때 밥을 먹고 있었어요. Let's do that again. 전화했을 때 밥을 먹고 있었어요. One more time. Maybe try saying it with me. 전화했을 때 밥을 먹고 있었어요. And this one means I was eating when you called. This is such a classic way to use the past progressive, right? It sets the scene. You were in the middle of eating, and then that action got interrupted by the phone call. Okay, sentence number 3. This one is great for describing what was going on in the background. 그때 비가 오고 있었어요. Again, a bit slower. 그때 비가 오고 있었어요. One last time. 그때 비가 오고 있었어요. And that translates to, it was raining at that time. So here, 있었어요 isn't about something a person was doing, but about describing the general situation, a continuous state that was happening in the past. Let's move on to another super common situation you might find yourself in. Here's our 4th example. 친구를 기다리고 있었어요. Try and get that natural rhythm. 친구를 기다리고 있었어요. Okay, once more. 친구를 기다리고 있었어요. This is a phrase you'll probably use a lot. I was waiting for a friend. It perfectly describes what you were in the middle of at that specific moment. And now for our final example, a very common pastime. Ready? 음악을 듣고 있었어요. Let's repeat that together. 음악을 듣고 있었어요. Last time, say it nice and loud. 음악을 듣고 있었어요. And that just means I was listening to music. Another perfect, everyday example of an activity that was in progress. See how useful this is? You've done an awesome job listening and repeating. But now, to really make this grammar a part of you, it's your turn to practice. This is where the real magic happens. Here's a great little tip to get you rolling. Think about a specific time yesterday, like what were you doing at 7 p.m.? For example, you could say, 어제 7시에 저녁을 먹고 있었어요. I was eating dinner at 7 p.m. yesterday. Go on, try to make a sentence for yourself right now. So here is your mission for today. I want you to try and write down just 3 sentences about what you were doing yesterday using our new go 있었어요 pattern. It can be super simple, just like the example on the screen. The most important thing is that you're actually using it. Awesome. Before we finish up, let's do one last review. This is going to help lock all of these new sentences right into your memory. You know, repetition is everything when it comes to learning a language. Okay, I'm going to read all 5 of those example sentences again. We're going to go through the whole list twice, nice and slow. Please try to read along out loud with me. Are you ready? Let's start. 어제 공부하고 있었어요. 전화했을 때 밥을 먹고 있었어요. 그때 비가 오고 있었어요. 친구를 기다리고 있었어요. 음악을 듣고 있었어요. Excellent. Okay, let's do it one final time to really make it stick. 어제 공부하고 있었어요. 전화했을 때 밥을 먹고 있었어요. 그때 비가 오고 있었어요. 친구를 기다리고 있었어요. 음악을 듣고 있었어요. You did a fantastic job today. And never forget what this slide says. Your voice is the key to learning. Don't just listen and read. You have to actually speak the words out loud. That is how you're truly going to improve. Thanks so much for joining and keep up the amazing work.